What the heck happened here? Actually, I know what happened here. This thing got stuck and then tangled up and then tangled again. And now there's a ton of knots buried in this thing. So I thought might as well reline it while it's kind of all messed up. And I'm going to show you how to do that right about now. First thing we got to do though is go get some line for it. Alright, here's our line. Got some nice braided stuff. Now let's get home and throw it on the rod. Also super cheap little jig idea right here. Picked these up for about $7 total. I think that's going to work pretty well this weekend. Okay, we got the old stuff off. Let's throw on some of the new stuff. Alright, first make sure you got your bail open. We're going to tie a nice overhand knot with the new stuff on there, just to make sure it stays. And then afterwards, maybe cut this little tape in half, and I'm going to put it over the knot that I tied, just to make sure that it stays in place. And that'll prevent knots and stuff from forming when I go to throw the rest of this on. Alright, now I got that tied on, all matted down. And you're going to want to cut off this little excess stuff that you got from tying the knot. Just take your scissors, cut it off, and anything else extra that might be hanging on there. See, we got a little tab from the last one. We're gonna get rid of that and move on to the next step. We're gonna flip our bail back. I'm gonna make sure it's coming out like this, in your little catch right there. And make sure to have the actual line itself. You wanna have the logo facing up. It's gonna come out spooled the wrong way. It's gonna wanna sit on the way of the reel here, so make sure that's facing up or else it's gonna get a little bit messed up. We should be ready to start reeling it all in. Alright, so start reeling it in. You want to kind of hold it up here a little bit, just so that it reels in like it would if you got something tied on the end. And that way it's going to funnel all that new line down onto the actual reel. And yeah, you're just going to put it up like that, hold on to it, make sure it doesn't fall down. You start reeling in until you got somewhere above 100 yards. Usually my rule of thumb is you want to have 100 yards on there, at least. Maybe more if you're going deep sea fishing, but I'm just doing bass stuff with this most of the time, so 100 works well for me. But yeah, you're going to want to have that much line on there, and it should funnel all into there cleanly. Once you're done, just throw something on the end. Alright, we got our line all rigged on there, and tied on a little crawdad up here with my jig head. We should be ready to go fishing. There it is.